Yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to take it a step further. You have some scenarios. You have 2 papers of scenarios, okay? And you have 2 papers of graphs. Okay? Here is your job. You have to match the scenario to the graph. We've already been taking notes on how to calculate speed, and your journals are full, or should be full, of notes. Okay, so you already have your notes on calculating speed, and on the back. Then we went to drawing pictures of what the lines look like, and that's that poster that's right there. So then we took a step further and we did this. Then I gave you 2 graphs, and we discussed on how to read the graphs. Yes? Okay, I'll get it to you. Okay, so then we have these 2, and then we have the next one, which is the velocity and speed notes. And then we have this one from, I think, yesterday. This is from when the car was moving. You worked for 2 days watching the little car move forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards, and then you had to actually graph it. So you've gone from learning how to calculate speed, what it actually is, to reading what the lines mean, to reading graphs and identifying what the graphs mean, to watching a video of a car move, and then you actually had to graph it. So we've done lots of activities. Now we're going to take it one step further, and you've got to match the graph to the scenario. Okay, so let's do just a little bit of practice here. I have this graph here. This is one of the graphs.
6th grade students that need a retake, 6th grade students or new students to Gentry, come to the library.
Okay, so I have 2 graphs we're going to look at that is in your packet. This one is in your packet. We're going to discuss what this means. Okay, let's just say this is a car. This is the starting. This is the end. Okay, we always know that this is the end. This is the start. It goes from 0 to 15 kilometers. This is where y'all got to pay attention. We're in kilometers and minutes. So from 0 to here, the car has moved pretty much slowly. So this is moving slowly. Then they stopped between 20 and 30. What is in between 20 and 30? 25. Okay, so right here is the 25 minutes. Okay, so the car moved 5 kilometers in 25 minutes. So the car moved 5 kilometers in 25 minutes. Then the car moved faster. This will be a faster speed. Remember, this is no movement. This is fast, and as you go down, it gets slower, slower, slower to no movement, and that is backwards. Okay, so we get from here to here, the car is moving faster, and the car has gone, how far? 20 meters in how many minutes?
50.
In 50 minutes. Okay, so speed equals distance divided by time. Speed equals 20 meters divided by 50 minutes. And you use a calculator because it's easier for you to use a calculator in science. So reading this graph will be moving and then going faster. So it's moving 5 meters in 25 minutes and then moving to the 20 mark in 50 minutes. So the total trip is 20 meters in 50 minutes. Any questions on that one? Okay, we're going to do one more. All right, on this graph is moving forward how far?
3, 20.
It's on the 20 minutes, but what's between 0 and 5?
3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So
What does it look like?
3. To me, it looks like 3. Looks like
Well, what's halfway between 0 and 5?
2. 3.
What's halfway between 0 and 5? What's half of 5?
3.
Half of 5 is 3? 2.5. So this is about 2.5 kilometers. It's about 2.5 kilometers. Then, what does the person do?
Backwards.
Goes backwards. This is forwards, this is backwards, this is no movement. So here we're going backwards. So you're going forward to about 2.5 meters, and then you're going backwards all the way to the start. Because this is start. This is the end. Okay? So they're going to the starting line. Because remember, we don't graph left and right. We graph forwards and backwards, and we graph how fast we're moving, we graph if we're stopped, and we graph if we're going really slow. So if the line goes back to 0, because this is the 0 mark, that means they went back to the start. So here is the start. Because 0 is the start. Then the person or the car went forward to the 10 kilometer mark in how far? How much time? In 50 minutes. So the total trip is how far? 10 kilometers is the total trip in 50 minutes. Okay, so speed equals distance divided by time. Make sure you're plugging in your numbers. As I check your work, you are plugging in your numbers, you're doing everything right, and you're dividing wrong. Speed equals 10 kilometers divided by 50 minutes. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you guys do this, and then you divide 50 divided by 10. That's what I'm seeing for all day yesterday. I see you write everything down correctly, and then you turn around and you divide wrong. This would be 10 divided by 50. Use a calculator. I'm letting you use calculators. Do not try to do this in your head. Use a calculator. But what I'm seeing is y'all write it down perfectly, and then you put in the wrong numbers. Okay, so what you're going to do, these are 2 graphs that's in this packet that I have described to you the movement. So you're going to take it so you can work forwards or you can work backwards. If you want to look at the graph and then try to identify the scenario, you can do that. If you want to read the scenario, then try to identify the graph, you can do it that way. But you're going to put this on construction paper. So I will give you construction paper. You will cut them out and do one at a time. Questions? Yes. Yes. All right. Questions about the assignment? Okay. Hit the stop. All right. So Quest students have a